Once again, women are the victim again. uh, because men are starting to protect themselves and taking precautions to protect themselves, women are still the victims. And it's affecting everything from office Christmas parties to whatnot. In the resulting discourse, we're already seeing men asking questions along the lines of, now I'm afraid to even talk to a woman. Does this mean no more office parties, no more friendly compliments? With so much hassle, wouldn't it be easier not to hire women at all? Yes. Don't hire their asses at all. It's frustrating how quickly the discussion turned from frank assessment of daily harassment to the assault women are subjected and immortalized to, in SNL's Welcome to Hell song, into a rather women belong in the workplace, period. Our openness about harassment and mistreatment has been weaponized against us. Once again, they're the victim. Rather than honestly look at their conduct, many men would rather simply remove women from positions where professional respect and courtesy required. These men are trying to protect their freaking selves. And I can't blame these men. So now the women are mad that the office Christmas parties are being canceled. The women are mad that the men don't want to talk to them now. The women are mad because men are not interacting with women like they used to. They're not even walking up and approaching them at the job. If it's not about business, they say nothing to them. That has already started happening. And now you got this feminist writing this article saying how the women feelings are hurt about it. This is just complete and total nonsense. Okay, the men are looking at their conduct. And what they've decided to do is what I said in another video. They have done a risk assessment analysis, and they've decided we're just not going to interact with you. And if we don't interact with you, unless it's about business, nothing to worry about. But they're upset about that. And here's more stuff about Sari Sandberg. Bosses of the world, I promise you another solution, as Sari Sandberg put it. So much good is happening to fix workplaces right now. Let's make sure it does not have an unintended consequence of holding women back. There can be no justification for using this as an excuse to keep women out of the workplace. It could be justified as an excuse. And they're not keeping women out of the workplace. Women are now mad that the men won't talk to them. Next thing you know it's harassment for men not to talk to them. That's what they're trying to say now. Men are now keeping it strictly about business in the workplace, and these bras are pissed. The men are not interacting with them no more the way they want. It's like these bras want it both ways. And it's just killing. You can't win with these females. Men are finally starting to protect themselves against these frivolous claims, and they've had enough. Could fear of Me Too backlash. Oh man, here's more juicy tidbits. Could fear of Me Too backlash silence women's voices? Nibbling at the heels of Me Too movement, of women recounting sexual harassment and assault and the threat to backlash against women, a response that could silence the work voices speaking out but could be avoided, advocates and experts say. The threat of counterblast highlighted by Sheryl Sandberg, a Facebook executive and writer of women's issues, who said recently she heard rumblings of a backlash amid the airing of women's claims across the globe. And it is going to be a backlash. It is already happening. Untold numbers of women may be using the social media hashtag MeToo, have spoken up about being verbally abused, groped, molested, raped, and in an outpouring kicked off October with accusations against Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein. So many women have come forward with stories of sexual conduct, naming teachers, bosses, and some of the most prominent men in the politics, media, and entertainment that Time named the Silence Breakers as the most influential persons of the year. But Sandberg, author of Lean In, a book about women in the workplace, warned that the number of men afraid to be alone with female colleagues must be sky high right now, and the movement could have been unintended consequences holding women back. You're damn right they're afraid to be alone with you. That's why I'm so grateful that my job, I don't have to deal with women. We need to be concerned about it, said Fatima Gloss-Graves, head of the National Women's Law Center, which promotes equal rights for women. The last thing you want is a solution that involves removing women from leadership opportunities, she said of Thomas Reuters Foundation. So now they're upset that the men don't want to talk to them now. In fact, that's an important part of the solution, having more diverse leadership. Preventing a backlash needs solid workplace policies and practices, both accused and accusers. So there's trust both ways. Oh, so now they want to bargain with us. Let me read this to you again. They know what's coming. They know what's coming, and they're trying to clean it up. Preventing a backlash needs solid workplace policies that protect both accused and accuser. So there's trust both ways that the right thing is going to be done. So now these men are being accused of shit with no evidence. And now they're realizing men are pushing back and saying, screw this. We're just not going to deal with you. And so now these feminists, they're trying to clean it up. Let me read that one more time. Preventing a backlash needs solid workplace policies that protect both accused and accuser. So there's trust both ways that the right thing is going to be done, said Kalina Evels, an attorney in Florida and expert in labor and employment law. The consequences that men are facing today don't necessarily mean that you can preclude women to not have a one-on-one lunch and not have a one-on-one meeting, she said. We can't allow this fear of accusations to be an excuse for the backlash and an excuse for excluding women. Men are completely and totally justified. Are you serious? Men's careers are being destroyed. Their lives are being destroyed. So men are supposed to walk around with this fear of anxiety, not protect themselves? Kiss my ass. But she cautioned that a backlash could take place subconsciously if men in power gravitate toward working with other men rather than women to limit their discomfort of risk. Yeah, damn right. It's called a risk assessment analysis because we men are logic in our thinking. We do a risk assessment analysis. And when we find out that dealing with you is just too risky, put your damn office on the other side of the building. You ain't being near me. I mean, you're going to see a lot of men hire male secretaries now. Screw having a female secretary. You're setting yourself up. It's too early to tell now if ever that Me Too backlash could be real in terms of opportunities of advancement for women, but just the threat wields power, some say. It's already happening. Canceling office Christmas parties. The Florida legislators are not meeting alone with women. I think the backlash fear is founded because the people that are looking for excuses, this is bull, says Erin Gloria Ryan, senior editor of the Daily Beast, who often writes about women's issues. I think there's a deeply ingrained philosophy in certain corners that believe women lie about things to manipulate men and hurt men. You bitch, they do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use the word bitch, but women do lie and do things to manipulate and hurt men. I'm sorry, there are women who do that. Gloss-Graves of the National Women's Law Center said, although she worries talk of a backlash in part an effort to silence women, it will fail. It's not an effort to silence women. Men just don't want to be bothered with your asses anymore. We don't want to talk to you. Keep it about business. Don't ask me about my family. I don't think you'll be able to shut this down, she said. It's an awakening on harassment. The Me Too movement may further, not hinder, women's employment prospects, says Ryan. So, no. Really? I don't think it will. You could say, well, look at the people who are doing the harassing here, she said. They're overwhelmingly men. Maybe it's just safer to employ women. Yeah, okay. Include more men in the movement, however, could prove beneficial, some say. So, see, now they want to bargain with us. Now they want to recruit more men into the Me Too, for it won't seem like it's like an us versus them. I like to encourage male Me Too movement where they have a safe place to talk about things they've seen or done or ignored, says Stephanie Coons, author of several books of female marriage and gender. It's important not to make it just a female problem. See, now they're trying to see they know they mess with the bull and they know the horns are coming. And they know they need men. And they see men backing away. They see after this, they see that men have had enough and are just backing away. Let me read this to you. I like to encourage a male Me Too movement where they have a safe place to talk about things they've seen or done or ignored, said Stephanie Coons, author of several books on females, marriage, and gender. When you look at all of this is all about, once again, the women are always the victim. You know what? I got news. There are women who do lie, and women who do say things to try to manipulate and hurt men. There are women who do that. And I don't know why they think there isn't. See, now they want to bargain. See, now Me Too is going to try to go out and recruit men because they see the backlash coming. They're hearing about the canceled Christmas parties. They're hearing about men not interacting with women on the job. They're hearing about this. So they're trying to offset it now. Well, let's just recruit more men into Me Too. Yeah, okay, right, that's going to work. They see the mgtow effect coming. And they know it's coming. And men are just going to just say, screw it. They know this is coming. These women are just unbelievable. They're always the victim. Oh, there's no accountability for them. The backlash is coming. You better believe it. This is Z-Man 67. That's my rant for today. Peace. I'm out.